Watson takes a snap, rolls right, looks into the end zone. Hunter Renfrow caught it! Touchdown! 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 With a second left, Watson hits Renfrow.
Maybe some of those people out there that say we have no chance and all that stuff, maybe they'll start doing their homework and recognize this team's pretty special.
This is After Hours with Amy Lawrence.
That is the voice of Dabo Swinney, head coach of the Clemson Tigers, now the national champs after that unbelievable last-second touchdown in Monday's game against Alabama. And Don Monroe is the voice of the Clemson Tigers. It's After Hours with Amy Lawrence on CBS Sports Radio, CBSSportsRadio.com. Just a few hours ago, I had the chance to catch up with defensive MVP linebacker Ben Boulware, considered to be the heart and the soul of that Clemson team, known for his pre- and post-game speeches. And it was really neat. You won't believe where he was when we talked. I started out by asking him what it was like to get back to campus and have so many fans waiting for them as they brought home the national championship trophy.
Yeah, it was honestly unreal. We obviously have a decent amount of fans that come out after every away game, and we have a really good showing about every away game when we come home. But this was honestly, it was ridiculous. It was thousands upon thousands of people. It probably honestly could have filled like at least half of the stadium up. And we got home. We wanted to go over a hill. You go over a hill and you see the stadium. And I rolled over the hill and I just started tearing up. Just because you see all the fans, it just means. Honestly, it probably means more to our community more than it means to the players. Means more to the community of like the LCF South Carolina. And it honestly means a lot to our players. But it means so much to them. And like we got there, and there was a player that played like on the 70s or 60s that came up to me and just like shook my hand and started bawling his eyes out. And that's probably something I'll never forget because it just kind of shows how much it means to him, really just for the Clemson family, just to bring that trophy back home.
After the game, you're up on the podium. You're being announced as defensive MVP. The trophy's being handed out. The confetti is all over the place. And you give another one of your inspirational speeches, Ben, the kind that you are known for. And as part of this one, you talk about how this is like coming home. It's coming home. Why is it like that?
And really just throughout the entire year, I'd always have Clemson fans of every sort just come up to me and he's like, this is y'all's year. Like, we're expecting a national championship. Like, bring it back home. And it happened almost like on a weekly basis. So it just kind of showed how much that trophy meant to them, to our community, to our alumni, and to our former players. So that's really why I wanted to say it's coming home, and it took 35 years. That's kind of why I shouted out to our former players, like the ones that I said, because it was true when I was saying they started the foundation and they kind of started the movement of what we've been doing the past couple of years. It's because of them. So I kind of wanted to show them respect when they've earned that respect and give them the credit where it's been due. So that was kind of the whole reason behind all that.
We're spending a few minutes with Ben Boulware, linebacker from the Clemson National Championship team, just beating Alabama in the game on Monday night. It's After Hours with Amy Lawrence on CBS Sports Radio. So, Ben, I texted one of your former teammates today, Eric McLean, offensive lineman from last year's runner-up, and I asked him how he would describe you. And the first word he said was crazy.
Of course.
So,
of course.
Keeping that in mind, how would you describe yourself and your role inside that locker room?
I think in the locker room, honestly, when you get on the field, you have to be able to flip a switch to play at a high level, especially when you play linebacker at this level. You got to be a little bit crazy. So on the field, yes, that might be a little bit true. I think in the locker room, I think I'm a normal guy. Keep it low key. I obviously stepped into a leadership position this year, so I had to lead a lot of those young guys. Had to lead my linebacker group and the defense, and with Deshaun leading our team. So I think that the crazy label only applies to on the field. I think every aspect outside of football, I think I'm a normal guy. I don't know. I guess if you have to ask more people, I guess they probably all sound crazy too. So who knows?
Maybe we'll try that. Though we did see a good sample of Crazy Ben in that pregame speech in the huddle there as you're getting ready to take the field before the national championship. Any chance you want to recreate that huddle for us, recreate that crazy speech?
That's only for football. I'm telling you, I'm crazy when it comes to being on the field and before and after a game and during a game. But I'm at a tattoo parlor now, about to get a national championship tattoo. So I'm pretty chilled out, just keep it low key. I'm definitely not in the mood to start screaming over the telephone. I'll keep that for the huddle.
Oh my gosh, no, you definitely don't want to start screaming when someone is about to put a needle on your skin, Ben. Let's talk a little bit about those final 2 minutes. You mentioned Deshaun Watson. One of the things that will stick with me from his post-game comments, he said that when Jalen Hurts got across the goal line to put Alabama back in front with 2 minutes and 7 seconds to go, he smiled because he knew that Alabama had left you all too much time on the clock. He knew that Clemson was going to be able to score. You're done now. You're off the field. You can't do anything about it. What's your perspective as those final 2 minutes are unfolding?
Yeah, I didn't smile. The first thing I did was not smile. After they scored a touchdown, I was pretty pissed that we let them score as a defense. But once I got on the sideline, I realized that they left us like 2 minutes left. And I was just like, I'm pretty sure they scored way too quick. I just know that we run our 2 minute drill almost every single day at practice. I know what happens when number 4 has the ball in his hands and he's able to sling it out to all the talent we have at receiver and across the board, really. So I was honestly, once I kind of settled down and wasn't near as pissed and they scored, I was just thinking to myself, I was like, that's too much time. And I know we respected how good of a defense they had in Alabama, but I was aware. I just like, you can't really think of a better movie script than that. You got to drive down the entire field against what the media portrays as the best defense ever. And then, the 5-star quarterback, All-American Deshaun Watson, throws it to the little short, white, walk-on receiver to score the game-winning touchdown. So I think there's not a better movie script ending than what happened Monday night.
Oh, no doubt. One of the best endings we've ever seen to a college football game, and it was the national championship. So then the confetti blows all over the place inside Raymond James Stadium. The game is over. You've won in this dramatic fashion. Do you even remember your emotions immediately following the end of the game?
Not really. It was honestly a huge blur. It was a very overwhelming experience just because you worked all year and you put in so many hours and you exhaust so much into the program. And to finally see all the hard work pay off and it all come to an end, especially for me as my last game there, and to go out on top like that, it's really just a very overwhelming experience. It all hits you at one time. That's why I kind of sat on the sideline for about 5 minutes and just cried, just kind of soaking it all up. So it's really, I think overwhelming is overwhelming in a very good way is probably the best, I guess, word or phrase to describe it.
We're spending a few minutes with defensive MVP of this national championship, Ben Boulware, the linebacker from Clemson. It's After Hours with Amy Lawrence on CBS Sports Radio. So what's next for you, Ben?
Hopefully I get to play some more football. That's obviously been a dream of mine my entire life. I feel like I have the ability and I have the tape that matches up with that. I may not be 6'4" and run a 4.4 like the scouts want, but I think it comes down to making plays, and that's all I've done for the past 3 years. So, I think my tape backs that up. I don't think whatever I don't have to prove or say this, that, or the other. All I really got to tell people is just watch the tape. I think my tape speaks for itself. Hopefully a team buys into that and gives me an opportunity to play again.
We also expect to see Deshaun Watson, your quarterback, Mike Williams, your wide receiver, and others from Clemson at the next level. And I'm wondering, for you as a defensive guy facing Deshaun and Mike and the others on that side of the ball, how did it make your defense better?
I think that allowed us to be so consistent as a defense over the past 4 years because we got to go against our offensive team every single day. I think when we were practicing and scrimmaging against them, that was the best practice we can get. I think that's when you do that, the games come easy. Because you're not going to you're obviously going to face talented teams, but when you see that talent every single day at practice, and you know you're not going to be overwhelmed or see anybody better than the Jordan Leggett's, the Deshaun Watson, the Wayne Gallmans, the Mike Williams. So when you compete against that every single day, a lot of the time the games are easy. So that's why we were so consistent as a program, because usually our practices were more difficult than the games.
Couple more minutes with Ben Boulware, the Clemson linebacker who won defensive MVP of the national championship game. It's After Hours here on CBS Sports Radio. So, Ben, anytime you Google your name and read any story about your success at Clemson, your family is mentioned and your family is written about, specifically your three siblings. So I'm wondering, from your perspective, here you are on top of the mountain. How did your relationship with your three siblings shape you and help you to get to this point?
I mean, really just honestly, just the sibling rivalries with my older brother and my cousins kind of made me into the man I am today. Made me into the competitor and the leader on the day. Just kind of compete with my older brother. He's in the Reds organization now. And then my older cousin, all of them played football and played sports. So just kind of competing and to get bullied by them every single day kind of made me as tough as I am. My little sister obviously had a different effect, just kind of obviously not playing the sports with me, to just kind of talking and just building that relationship with her, and honestly just a little sister, older brother relationship, trying to take care of her and keep the younger guys off her with me and Garrett. And my little brother, with him having autism, I think he's obviously been the biggest blessing in my life. I think the lessons that he's taught me are lessons that no other normal kid per se could teach, and just his attitude, the mindset, and then the happiness and joy that he brings to my life is something you can't teach. You really just you can't even explain. You just got to experience it on a daily basis. So there's a bunch of moving parts. There's a bunch of pieces of the puzzle, but my family obviously is a big piece to that.
Oh, there is nothing greater than family, and I'm sure they are thrilled for you. Ben Boulware, the Clemson linebacker, defensive MVP of the national championship game. Again, congratulations on that great win against Alabama on Monday night. We look forward to seeing you at the next level of your football career.
I appreciate it.